What's up, people that love good music, which I think is you because you're on this channel, and this channel is dedicated to good music only. My name is Anastasia Luna, and welcome. Alright guys, today we are gonna be watching LOVEBITES Holy War. A lot of you suggested the song, not the song, the band to me. So I picked the first song that actually popped up when I put LOVEBITES in a search bar. So this is what I'm going to be reacting to. Have no idea what I'm in for. Let's see what happens. But first, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you like the channel itself, please subscribe. Also, guys, thank you so much for all of your support for my new release, Carmen. I read through all of your comments, and honestly your support means so much to me, and I've read so many comments on my cover of Everdream Nightwish, and all of you were so sweet, and I was actually very nervous to put that cover. Just want to say thank you so much for all of your support on all my music and all my songs, and that is greatly appreciated. Also guys, if you want to suggest to me your favorite bands, if you want to talk, drop a line, say hi, please do so on my Instagram. I do read through all of your comments, and I try to track all new comments that come in on the videos, but it does get a little bit overwhelming. So if you really want to get your point across, or if you really want to talk to me, please do so on Instagram. I answer absolutely everybody. All right guys, let's go. LOVEBITES Holy War. This is a very old school feel sound. She slid into the pitch. This is power metal. Nice, baby. Very deep voice, I was not expecting that. All right, let me stop. Wow, definitely going to be running to this in a minute. All right, let's go. The only other metal as Japanese band that I've ever seen was Baby Metal, and I actually seen them live because I wanted to see Avatar, and I love Avatar, and I think they were opening for Baby Metal, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna see my band and then see what this Baby Metal is about. Completely different. They dance a lot and stuff like this. Like Baby Metal is interesting. These guys, wow. First of all, her voice, she's so tiny, I was not expecting such a deep, mature, in a good way, voice to come out of her. Also, when she belts, I think it was E5. I think she gets up to E5. I always say I tap out around G. My favorite place to belt is F5, and I feel like that was a little bit lower. Don't quote me on that. I don't have perfect pitch. My pitch is good, but I don't have perfect pitch. I think it was E5, which is still very high. She also doesn't really open her mouth on the belts, because so there's a place right here, it's a sphenoidal place, and once you get to the place, you don't really need to open up your mouth. She shows up her teeth, and she's kind of in that position. That means she has a sphenoidal place in her voice where she just go. That's why it's like a needle. When she belts, it's like a needle, you know. It's not necessarily depthy kind of belt, but that's that sphenoidal place. It's just like bam. Love it. First of all, I don't know how they play those guitars and headbang and do all of those things in those heels. Have no idea how anybody could possibly do this. I do dance in heels. I don't know how I would possibly have a guitar and then kind of do this like lunge kind of thing and still headbang. Have no idea how they do this. I do love how they kind of color coded and like everybody wears white, and even though all the dresses are different, but they all kind of complement each other. Girls are beautiful, especially the one with the high ponytail, the blonde girl. Ooh, so beautiful. Voice wise, wow. I definitely was not expecting for such a deep voice to come out of it. She glottal strokes a little bit, like when you go, It's not necessarily the best thing you can do for your voice, but she sounds absolutely perfect. I'm like, honestly, I'm like lost for words right now because this is not necessarily what I expected. Maybe because I saw baby metal and I just kind of thought that like, I will see something a little bit animated. This is like old school metal, especially how they started, and then the power metal behind it, and that deep, big voice for a tiny girl. This is awesome. Let's see if she goes higher than that. I need to go to Japan. They have great metal scene. Oh, her! Ooh, she's so pretty. She has a very interesting way of singing. How do they stand like this in heels? All right, before she starts the second, I'm assuming it's the verse. I do like how the camera person and how the whole video is shot. It actually complements each musician, not just the lead singer. I love that. Like I said before, I made a conscious decision to actually pay attention to the entire band, not just the lead singer. So this song gives me this opportunity to actually look at each member of the band. Unfortunately, I'm not a guitar player. I don't know much about guitars. But I feel like I have a feeling of like they're like pushing each other, you know, in a good way, you know, pushing each other, like playing with each other. That's really cool. I love how much attention they paid to the drummer. There's actually a camera on top of her kind of thing. So the drummer doesn't get lost in the whole mix. The lead singer has a very interesting way of singing. She has a very, very deep voice. But then she goes into that sphenoidal place and it's like a needle. This is a very nice switches in her voice going on. All right, let's go. She doesn't open her mouth much. Very catchy. That's a bridge. Sing it, baby. All right, let me stop before the end, piece, chorus, whatever. I love her stage presence. I love her stage presence. I always say that about Floor, that Floor doesn't have to run around the stage and overexert herself and dance and whatever. She can just stand there and sing because, and still, you still feel that awesome energy coming out of her. That's what I get from this girl. She doesn't necessarily run around the stage. She's wearing the pretty dress and she's tiny and she just gives me that huge energy thing coming out of her. This is just awesome. She's a perfect front metal woman thing. It's perfect. I love how I feel like all members of the band have different personality, and it just kind of shows through this video. The dark-haired girl with the ponytail, she is a little bit more composed. She didn't even smile. Like, the camera is on her, she doesn't even smile. The one that I really like, she's really pretty. The one with the high ponytail, she smiles throughout the whole song. She sings the whole song. She moves a lot. Somehow she does those lunges and holds guitar and plays and headbangs in those heels. The other girl, the redhead, does dance a lot, kind of like almost jumps. They do have different personalities. It is actually really cool. The front woman she's absolutely perfect for a metal band. She is just that energy coming out of her. I really wish if there's a video of a camera being a little bit closer to her, I really would like to see her technique, because she doesn't seem like she opens her mouth a lot. Like I said, when you have a sphenoidal place, you don't really, it's kind of like the whole, I feel like my whole throat rises when I try to belt in that place. So you don't necessarily have to open up your mouth as wide, but she doesn't open her mouth as much throughout the whole song. So if there's a song that you know that the camera is right on her, I really would like to see her breathing, her shoulders, her everything, because I'm actually really interested how she does that with barely opening her mouth. Wow, I am gonna have this on repeat for a very long time. Oh, look how composed she is. Yeah, she's like, I got this. Ooh. Her fingers. Oh my god, they're pushing each other. They're literally pushing each other. Pentagram. Oh my god. She's so hot. Like piercing sound. Even on that note, she didn't really open her mouth. Wow. And this has 865,000 views. What the fuck is wrong with the world? This is amazing. I don't know how famous they are in the entire world. Obviously not as much. 865,000 views. This is ridiculous. I mean, the world needs to listen to better music. I mean, you guys suggested that to me, so obviously you know that. So people that listen to Nightwish, Epica, Within Temptation, they know this band. I'm like lost for words. Honestly, this was absolutely perfect. Definitely did not expect such a deep voice coming out of her. Did not expect her belting out in that place, such a piercing like a needle. The guitar players, that's like another world. And again, I don't necessarily know much about guitars. Like I don't know anything about guitars, but what I've heard, it's like one of the best that I've ever heard. And they're like literally pushing each other, playing with each other, pushing each other. This was perfect. I love the camera on the drummer. I love the bass girl. Usually people that play bass, they are the more composed because they don't really have to go like all the way, like all out. They're a little bit more composed. She was jumping up and down, and the dark hair girl was actually more composed. It's so interesting to see different personalities in people, and I feel like this band, they all have different personalities, which is really, really cool. This tiny little hellraiser of a front woman, this is just, I need to see more songs of them. Again, suggest to me more songs of them where I can see her a little bit closer. If there's an acoustic version, or if there's a version, with a mic or something like this where I can actually see her a little bit closer. I want to see how she sings everywhere. This was absolutely perfect. Old school power metal from Japan. Wow. I thought I'd never see the day. This was perfect. Thank you, guys. Alright guys, my name is Anastasia Luna. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Again, I want to say thank you to all of you for all of your support for my new song Carmen, and for the cover of Everdream by Nightwish. Thank you so much. You guys made my fucking year probably. Again, if you want to talk to me, suggest to me more songs, your favorite bands and stuff like this, please do so on Instagram. It's much easier for me to track all the messages and all the comments over there. I answer absolutely everybody. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I'm so excited to discover this entire world, and I can't wait for October 5 when I see Nightwish live for the first time in New York City, and I hope to see you there. Alright guys, stay tuned for Summer Metal.